What would you do if a nuke was dropped? Unfortunately, the chances of surviving an atomic bomb explosion are slim to none. But here's how to make sure that if it does happen, you'll be one of the lucky ones. Hi folks, welcome to my channel, and I want to thank you for stopping by today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out and we appreciate that. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you what to do if a nuclear bomb is dropped. Because let's face it, things are getting crazy out there, and it might be something that you will need to know someday. So let's jump into it. First off, where you are makes all the difference when it comes to surviving a nuke. If you're close to ground zero, there's not much that you can do to save yourself. The only way to survive an atomic bomb is to put as many obstacles between yourself and that bomb as possible. For example, if you're outside and the bomb is dropped somewhere in your town, immediately run for cover. You want to get indoors and underground as quickly as possible. Basements are the best place to be since they're the most shielded from radiation. However, any room without windows is better than nothing. Just stay away from windows. Radiation can come through those things with ease. As far as the type of construction, brick and concrete are going to offer the most protection, but any building is better than none at all. After you get inside, stay away from the windows. Again, that goes without saying. If you can, get under a sturdy table or desk and protect your head with your arms. Try to keep calm and don't make a lot of noise. Stay away from windows until the explosion has occurred. Then, if it's safe to do so, look outside to see if the air is clear. If it is, then you want to leave the area immediately, because after a nuclear bomb goes off, the surrounding area is going to be filled with debris and dust. You need to get out of there as fast as possible. The problem is that this dust is going to be superheated and filled with all kinds of nasty particles that can cause severe burns and other damage to your body. And depending on how close you were to the blast, you may be exposed to lethal amounts of radiation. This is why you want to put as much distance between you and the bomb as possible. After the initial explosion, if you have a Geiger counter, check the radiation levels. If it's too high, you need to leave the area immediately. Don't waste any time. Get out of there as fast as possible. Head away from the blast zone and don't stop moving. Keep moving until you find an area with normal background radiation. If you don't have a Geiger counter, you need to trust your instincts. If you feel sick or notice any unusual symptoms, you need to move away from the area as fast as possible. The problem is that radiation can take years to affect your health and you may not notice anything wrong with you immediately. The best thing to do is to stay away from the affected area completely and just hope for the best. If you're outside when the bomb goes off and there's no buildings around, you're pretty much screwed. Your best bet is to lay flat on the ground and cover your head and protect your neck with your arms. As the bomb explodes, the shockwave from the explosion will knock you over like a bowling ball. So protect your head and try to cover up as much skin as possible. The less skin that's exposed, the better off you'll be. Also, try to stay away from windows and glass. There is a good chance that windows are going to shatter, and you do want to be anywhere near them when that happens. If you can find a ditch or a low-lying area, get down in it and cover your head with dirt. Again, try to protect your head as much as possible. When it comes to radiation, there's not much that you can do except stay away from it. No special suits or gas masks are necessary unless you work in a nuclear power plant or something. But even those things aren't always effective against certain types of radiation. The best thing that you can do is to stay away from the area completely. However, if you absolutely must go outside, here are some tips to help you survive. If you have to go outside, you want to wear protective clothing. You should wear multiple layers of clothing, including a hat, gloves, and a scarf. Try to cover as much skin as possible. The more skin that's covered, the better off you'll be. You also want to bring along some sort of Geiger counter to monitor radiation levels. You want to be able to tell if the radiation levels start to rise so you can take cover immediately. Also, bring along some food and water in case you have to take cover and stay indoors for an extended period of time. If you find an area to take cover, you want to make sure that it's not near any windows or glass. Windows and glass are not going to offer much protection from radiation. You want to find a room that's isolated from the rest of the world. The fewer people that you're around, the better off you'll be. You also want to avoid areas with lots of electronics. Electronics are going to pick up stray radiation and could malfunction. You don't want to be around them if they start to malfunction. If you're caught outside without shelter, you want to lie flat on the ground and protect your head and neck with your arms. The explosion is going to produce a shock wave that will knock you off your feet. You want to protect your head and make sure that you stay away from windows and glass. If you can find a ditch or a low-lying area, get down in it and cover your head with dirt. This will help to shield you from the radiation and the heat of the explosion. If you're driving when the bomb goes off, pull over and get away from the road as fast as possible. The explosion is going to produce a shock wave that will damage buildings and vehicles. You want to be away from any structures or objects that could collapse on top of you. If you're in a rural area, drive off-road as fast as possible. If you're in an urban area, find a sturdy building and take cover. If you can, get to a basement or an interior room away from windows, cover your head and wait for the explosion to pass. So, there you have it, folks. That's what to do if a nuke is dropped. Again, the odds of surviving a nuclear explosion are slim to none. But if it does happen, you want to be prepared. If you're driving, pull over and get off the road as fast as possible. If you're in a rural area, drive off-road as fast as possible. If you're in an urban area, find a sturdy building and take cover. If you can get to a basement or an interior room away from windows, cover your head and wait for the explosion to pass. And if you're stuck outside with no shelter, lie flat on the ground and protect your head and neck with your arms. If you can find a ditch or a low-lying area, get down in it and cover your head with dirt. This will help to shield you from the radiation and the heat of the explosion. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, please leave us a comment below and let us know what you thought. We love reading your comments and we try to respond to as many as we can. Also, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you join our family. Thank you for stopping by today and we'll see you in the next video.